Good to see you.
I'm doing for Mr. Redeker's is a video.
I better stay out of the way. Are you having fun yet? Good. Yeah, it is. I almost wore my shorts. You're the smart one.
Good evening. My name is Maggie Larson, and it is my honor to welcome you all to the Class of 2019 graduation ceremony. At this time, I ask that everyone please remove their hats and stand for the national anthem. Mr. Jeremy Castle, Vice President, Ms. Martha Bogart, Ms. Judith Green, Mr. Michael Lorenzo, Mr. Thomas Mullane, and Ms. Allison Solti, as well as our Superintendent, Mr. Daniel Connor, our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Jason Carter, and our Assistant Superintendent for Business, Ms. Louise Lynch. I would also like to welcome our Interim Principal, Mr. Thomas Heinzelman, our Assistant Principal, Mr. Kyle Roddy, and our Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Mr. Matthew O'Brien. We cannot thank our administration enough for the time and dedication they have provided to help make this ceremony possible. I would also like to welcome and thank our teachers. Your dedication and support over the past 13 years has allowed us to grow as students and successfully earn our high school diplomas. I also extend a warm welcome to all of our family and friends in attendance today. Thank you for your love and support throughout all of our Goshen journeys, and thank you for taking today to celebrate this important moment with us. And finally, I would like to welcome my fellow classmates. I'm proud to be sitting among you and celebrating this accomplishment, and I'm eager to see what the future has in store for us. Our class has had an interesting journey to reach today. Although I transferred to Goshen my freshman year, I was always told stories of the missing second grade playground and canceled field days. Although we did get our bouncy houses, we had to meander through a construction site our entire senior year. But the hard times and the hard hats helped us to learn how to make the most of every situation and build an even stronger relationship off of our foundation. Despite the dust and debris, our senior year has been exciting from start to finish. Together, we have dressed up for Spirit Weeks, won events at our pep rally, traveled to Disney World, and danced the night away at our prom. We supported each other as our classmates won the Spirit Trophy, performed in Godspell, were inducted into honor societies, and received acceptance to their dream colleges. The class of 2019 has proven that no matter our situation, we will persevere and have fun along the way. I hope that we all carry this same spirit into our futures and continue to grow and support each other. This class will be the next generation of doctors, lawyers, police officers, teachers, tradesmen, and entrepreneurs. Whether you're attending college next year, joining the military, or joining the workforce, I wish you the best of luck, and I am certain that you will find your success. As we enter this next stage of our lives, I hope that we all cherish the memories we have made and the relationships we have built. In the words of author Ali Condi, growing apart doesn't change the fact that for a long time we grew side by side. Our roots will always be tangled. I'm glad for that. Thank you to the class of 2019 for being my roots. I am excited to watch us all continue to grow. Next, I would like to welcome honor graduate Maggie Calzaretta to speak. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019.
All right, it's hot out today. You don't need to be top 6 to figure that one out. But I was given the opportunity to speak, so I'm gonna say something that's important to me, and I hope it's worth the heat. So growing up, I'd walk around town and people in high school then would ask, "Are you Jack's sister, that really smart 12-year-old kid in school?" So when I got to high school, I knew I had to do something to prove that I'm not the complete idiot of the family. I'm just kidding. My brother has always been nothing short of an inspiration for my hard work. He's brilliant and kind, and I'm thankful to have him as an influence. Unlike my brother, I was heavily involved in high school sports throughout my 4 years. They gave me my best memories, and some of my worst. One of the latter being the timed mile. I'm sure some of my friends' stomachs turned when I said that. It was always a struggle for me in particular because I was never as fast as my friends, and it was frustrating. I get down on myself and quit before I finished. As time went on, however, I started running the miles differently. I stopped thinking about how many more laps I had to do, but how many I'd already done. Every step I took was a step I would never have to take again. I made each stride an accomplishment in itself. By running like this, the distance I had to go seemed less daunting. Everyone was going through the same journey, and I had to do it in my own way. I soon realized that this concept can be related to life. We can't get any days back, just like we wouldn't get any strides back. Someone could have a good 100 meters, just like an exceptionally good day, but can't feel like that for the whole race, and can't have a good day every day, as much as we would like to. But there's a good side to that. Even during our worst 100 meters, where we look at the trash can and want to vomit, or see cars in the parking lot and think, what if we literally just leave? What would the coaches really do? When we want to throw in the towel and give up completely, as long as we don't stop our feet, we're going to get through it. It's simple physics. And just like we never have to live a bad day again, we never had to run that 100 meters of the race again. But we are stronger because of it. If we run the race carelessly and impulsively, we'll burn out. If we run too cautiously and comfortably, we won't be our best. When we're spitting up and wheezing and the finish line seems so far, if we stop, it won't get any closer. We have to appreciate the pain during the run to validate the success of finishing. Our minds have to be in the right place for our bodies to work to their full potential. I know the mile is hard for me, just like life can be, but it was never impossible. I understand that this may not resonate as strongly in people who haven't gone through those 4 laps of pain, but the concept of being relentless in the face of hardship and trusting ourselves to keep going forward applies to everything, not just running. Someone really important to me told me something a while ago, and it stuck with me ever since. Mind over matter. Each one of us is facing our own race, with our own limits and our own aspirations. So why do we believe we are failures when someone is ahead of us? We have control of only our minds, and we are responsible for creating that sense of serenity that guides us through the chaotic matter. Those who choose to live their lives not being afraid of defeat and focusing on their own strengths are those who choose to live their lives freely. One last thing. I might have been frustrated, upset, or hurting when running, but I was never alone. I had my amazing teammates, coaches, friends, and family cheering me along the way, just like I had them when life got as tough as that mile. Because that's what Goshen has given me, the most kind, supportive, and trustworthy people I have in my life. I'm so thankful for every moment I wanted to give up, and there was someone who gave me that little push to keep going. I'm so thankful for the past 4 years and everything I've learned in this 4-year, 4-lap race. Now we all find ourselves at the starting line, yet again, honestly still breathing heavily from the last race. What we don't realize is we're stronger, more capable, and ready for our new challenge. Thank you for the memories, 2019. I wish nothing but the best for all of you. Next up is Catherine Kremen.
Hello. As we celebrate Goshen's class of 2019, I should probably start with the most important thing I need to say. Hi, Mom! Hi, Dad! Seriously, I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. Moving forward, classmates, we sit here today savoring our final moments as high schoolers. And while we've been doing a lot of reminiscing about what we have learned in the past 4 years, if we're being honest, a lot of the stuff we were taught still doesn't really make sense. For instance, the war to end all wars was followed by World War II. Our universe is currently expanding and also contracting. And don't even get me started on anything I learned in calculus. Yet there are some things we've learned from the examples of our teachers, families, and classmates that are easily understood. As a movie that shall not be named infamously sings, "We're all in this together," so on and so forth. While I know this reference is more than a little cliched, its message means more to us today than it ever has before. For the past 4 years, our senior class has stressed over AP tests together and cried over physics labs together. We have procrastinated together, failed together, succeeded together, and procrastinated some more. Even now, here we are, sweating through our shirts together. Through the years, we have become a community, a family. This family has been a part of the entire high school, which is just one small piece of the whole Goshen community. Now we prepare to go to college, where we will become members of new schools, new families, and new communities. From there, we will head out to face the big, bad world and find who knows what. But when we feel as though we are drifting through the cosmos, directionless and insignificant, our ties to the little town of slow-motion Goshen are strong enough to bring us back down to earth. As this graduating class, this family, sits together for the final time, we must remember to live by the examples that have been set for us. Remember that in this vast universe, there is a tiny pebble drifting uncontrollably through infinite space. Some dark magic called gravity traps each minuscule person to this planet. At least that's what they teach us in science. But I would argue that it is the love the people of Goshen have for one another that will keep us grounded as we reach for the stars. So now, as we leave to discover all this universe has to offer, remember to be respectful, be kind, be accepting, be happy. Because at the end of the day, we really are all in this together. Congratulations to the class of 2019. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jade Bowe.
Thank you, Catherine. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying the ceremony so far, which is fortunately not in the high school gym, and instead outdoors on this historic racetrack, despite the heat. When I left the middle school and began my high school experience, I wanted to use the transition as an opportunity to break out of my shell. I always diligently invest myself into my education. However, I have also found positive interactions and relationships in an altogether different medium. Since I had always been a quiet and reserved individual in school, some of my most fond and memorable social interactions began online. Minecraft became a platform that allowed me to break out of my shell of shyness. Similar to almost every other multiplayer video game, interactions on Minecraft occur between inherently faceless players. Yet in this minimalistic environment, I learned valuable lessons about socializing and formulating friendships that I was able to bring to real life. Despite limited communication options in the game, I connected with an extremely diverse player base from all over the world. My online friends were open and willing to listen to my recounts of everyday, real-life adventures and future aspirations. We would talk until 3 a.m. about silly topics and made-up word combinations. Why was it that I could easily interact with these faceless friends while I found it awkward and uncomfortable to socially mingle in school? The answer is easy. By seeing people's raw personalities and focusing less on physical appearances, I was able to see myself and others differently. In fact, anonymity caused players to become more transparent in their conversations than they would in real life, further exposing their core selves. I did not need to see an actual face to sense their values such as honesty and compassion, even though their in-game actions were virtual. And I strongly believe that the virtual world is our new frontier for social connections on a global scale. The establishment of these strong bonds online gave me the confidence to pursue friendships in real life. There was no reason to stay in my shell anymore, and I became free to express my full self. As I moved through high school, I developed the personal fortitude and desire to actively engage in social dialogue with increased ease and zest. High school life is challenging. Many of us struggle to figure out our identities, have more confidence, and deal with the horrors of adolescence. While doing this, we could not ignore the imposing standardized tests that determined many of our college choices, and the even more imposing career and lifestyle decisions that determine our futures. These past 4 years are often considered the hardest period for many students. we have to fight to find the best in ourselves and work toward our dreams. And most of us have not yet met these goals. Now, at the precipice of adulthood, we are fully responsible for our decisions. Sure, facing the unknown can be downright terrifying, but we must persevere. My parents imparted insightful and inspirational wisdom that resonates in both my virtual and traditional worlds. Always be true to yourself and your passions. Earn your accomplishments with honor, and even if you fail, have pride and rise again. And finally, be honest about your path and follow it with dignity. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2019. I'd now like to introduce our next speaker, Olivia Klugman.
Wow, I've already cried 3 times during this ceremony, so let's begin. Hello, fellow graduates, teachers, families, friends, and everyone who is here to support the class of 2019 as we step into our futures. My name is Olivia Klugman, and I not only have the great honor to be speaking to you all today, but also to have grown up in Goshen, the slow-motion town that is the home of this amazing class of 2019. Collectively, we have played hundreds of games of volleyball, eaten thousands of cafeteria tater tots, and said countless times that if a teacher does not show up in the first 15 minutes of class, we could leave. But the number that has been at the forefront of my mind has been 48. At the end of our 8th grade year, my father told me that in high school, all I had was 48 months. 48 months to work hard, 48 months to explore my potential, and 48 months to be an active participant in my own life. My siblings and I, shout out to Ella and Noah, I mentioned you, you're welcome, have heard this phrase, active participant, our entire lives. It is in looking back at my time in high school that I fully comprehend its meaning. When first arriving to the front door of the high school, armed with our red folders filled with a schedule and the map of the school, we set off on the seemingly endless journey. Dodging upperclassmen and avoiding cafeteria 2, we all successfully finished our freshman year, only 36 months to go. When we returned for our second arduous year at GHS, we became bolder. Some of us even opted to hold our heads a little bit higher in the presence of seniors, for despite being underclassmen, thank God we were not freshmen. Yes, we are now passing our time going to Sweet 16s and practicing driving in our mother's minivans. Still avoiding cafeteria 2, we persevered and survived another year, halfway done and 24 months left. And now we come to the dreaded, the feared, the absolutely devastating junior year. It was not all bad, however. With the opening of the overflow lot, we all finally have the opportunity to drive to school. I personally had a crash course on the thrills of parking with fellow junior drivers. By the end of our first year as upperclassmen, we were propelled to our place at the top of the heap. With only 12 months left, we were finally seniors. Together, we attended our last first day of school and shared a common illness, senioritis. We started the trek, we carried our backpacks filled with binders and folders and every book known to man. We made it up the mountain of schoolwork, and now that we could see the finish line, we were tired. But the load began to lift on New Year's Eve. With a toast and the dropping of the ball at Times Square, it was 2019, our year. The year that had sounded so foreign and far away for so long was finally here. Our futures were approaching faster than we thought. Now we are here, sitting in the seats that every class before us have sat in. Our 48 months are up. We have shed our burdens, left our footprints, and lived our stories. Every person has a different tale of how they spent their 48 months in high school, and everyone here will continue to go off on new paths that may not ever converge again. However, there is one thing we all have in common. We all sit here today because of Goshen High School. Look around. You may not know the favorite color, the birthday, or even the first name of every person sitting around you, but chances are you've seen them walking through the halls at least once during your 48 months at GHS. And if not, you're looking at them right now. I've thoroughly appreciated every moment I've shared with both Goshen High School and the class of 2019. I've spent my 48 months soaking in every bonfire with friends, every rap battle presentation, every test, every assignment, every word. Now it is time for the next 48 months of our lives. No matter where you choose to go, always remember this moment, always remember us. My mother has taught me that no matter what obstacle comes in my way, nothing is as hard as it seems. Surviving the day and thriving under the weight of life are two very different things. In order to thrive, we must look to people as I look to my mother. It is her strength that motivates me despite life's ongoing challenges, and I hope each and every one of you can find someone in your life that inspires you in the same way. So spend your next 48 months, and the 48 months after that, and all the 48 months you have left, making a difference in this world. Be an active participant in your own lives, and you are sure to achieve greatness. Good and bad things will happen to us in our lives, but when bad things happen, always remember what my father has repeatedly said: better you than me. Thank you, and congratulations to Goshen High School's class of 2019. We did it! And now, you love him. You love to listen to him. You've listened to him a lot. Connor McDermott.
Shower was worried I didn't have my speech. It's right in my pocket. Just fumbling with this frickin' thing. Alrighty. But first, I do have an obligation to ramble a little before we get this started. So first off, I'd like to do a shameless plug. This beautiful track you see here doesn't get here on dreams and like fairy dust. It sort of does, but it also takes money. So when the Great American Weekend comes around, make sure to come here and support the community. This is a great place. Look at it. We're using it right now. Come on. Yeah, there we go. This is a little piece of Goshen. Oldest horse track in the country. And also, who wants to hear about 19th century artillery? Where are you, Mr. Isaacs? Oh, you're right there? That's for you. All right. Okay, now for the real speech. Well, what can I say? We made it through quite the eventful year. And what an eventful year it has been. From the construction and the hard hat day, which built up school spirit during a time half the school was seemingly being torn down. That's been a running theme, the construction thing. To our trip to Disney, which saw some of our greatest memories of senior year. From the promposals to prom, although I heard a few of us skipped over the promposals and went right to proposals. I wonder who that was. Our senior year has been something else. And now it is my job, along with the other speakers we've had, to put some sense of closure into all this and maybe a little bit of wisdom as well for a nice little bow on our story. But I believe there's a little bit of a problem. I'm only 18 years old. I mean, you'd think the kind of person taking advice from an 18-year-old was someone who must really, really need it. I mean, after all, would you really want life advice from someone like me who hasn't really lived much of their life yet? I wouldn't think so. But I was ready to leave my speech at that, and thank you all for coming and giving us all the opportunities to pursue success. But after talking to a good friend, I decided to actually say something. And I realized it has to be something we don't necessarily learn later in life because, well, I can't attest to that. I'm not there. But it has to be something we tend to forget as we get older, which I'd like to think I'm still young enough to know about. And as the youth are known for their passions running high, what better subject is there than love? Now I know what you're thinking. Here he goes. He's going to talk about romance. Yes, I am going to do that a little bit. But there is more to love than that. No, it's not all long walks on the beach. Anyway, relationships are treated like a fire for good reason. First takes a spark to ignite. Then, as it goes, while it does not need the initial spark to keep it going, it does need the occasional piece of wood, lest the fire should be neglected. The job of a fire keeper is that of care, and the reward it yields is an unparalleled warmth. We are all our brother's keeper, and we are a fire and a fire keeper for one another. We must spark and be sparked, maintain and be maintained. And even if it rains, we must throw all our power into keeping that fire burning bright. As I've said earlier, I'm only 18 and I don't know much of life yet, but I'd like to think I know how to be a fire keeper. Our careers, our majors, it even seems, our day-to-day routines can get in the way of maintaining that fire. Many of us are focusing all our energy into planning our futures. But what is part of that future? For most of us, our futures are majors and the careers that will follow. But let me ask you this. Will your job be there for you when you're down and out? Will it pick you up when you fall? Is your career going to have a sparkle in its eyes when it sees you? Will you be able to go into the sunset years with your job? Well, maybe if you missed a car shower. Like that? Yeah. All right. So, instead of putting all this energy into these careers, what if we start investing it into people, into our relationships? After all, what's the point of success if you gave up on all the relationships that matter to get there? Is it even still success at that point? Maybe it is if you measure success by the size of your bank account, but I pity the fool who uses that as their metric. Yes, maybe you'll only end up vice president of that company instead of president. And maybe you're only going to be making $50,000 a year instead of 60. But I would like to think that a sincere friend is worth more than $10,000, and a devoted partner worth more than a promotion. I suppose my point is, rather than let those near and dear slip by the wayside for some career, we should cherish maintaining relationships worth maintaining. For it is those people we share these moments with that matter more than anything else. To quote an old Ink Spot song, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart. Well, Goshen, I don't want to set the world on fire, but I hope I've reminded you to keep those flames burning bright. Thank you. Hi, Ma. Hey, Dad. All right. I'd like to welcome, along with the rest of you, Anna Bosey to the stage.
I didn't want to write a speech. Yeah, at first, I thought I did. I thought it was cool that I had the opportunity to say something inspirational. But when I tried to write something, I kept thinking, you've heard it all in one form or another. Work hard, believe in yourself, follow your dreams, and it's all generally the same. Also, I don't have any profound stories to tell, and a high average didn't give me any, nor does it mean that I had any to begin with. I'm standing here because every day after school, I would do some extracurriculars, go home, do my homework, and go to bed without worrying about much else. My life has been fairly straightforward. But I can bet that there are people sitting here with me today who do have something to say. We never hear their stories because a GPA only measures a specific type of intelligence. There are people sitting here who put in the same amount of effort and time and work that I did, but weren't what the school was looking for. There are people sitting here who are intelligent in ways I could never be, but their qualities didn't translate into the numbers needed to match the criteria to stand up here. Consider, for example, artists, who for some reason aren't regarded as intellectuals. They're recognized for cool artwork, but not for the skill and the brain power it takes to look at something three-dimensional, shrink it down, and make it two-dimensional. Or for the brain power it takes to put an emotion into a color. You don't put a number on that. But to me, it seems that an artist is equally, if not more intelligent than whatever I am. I've come to realize that most people who end up on top didn't have to work extra hard to get there. I never had a job in high school because I didn't need one. So I went home every day with over 5 hours to do homework and still got 8 hours of sleep. I didn't worry about money or younger siblings or getting dinner on the table like some of my peers did. I guess I studied a lot, but that's only because I had nothing else on my plate. I have heard of kids who experienced sleepless night after sleepless night studying for hours after getting home at 9. I've seen kids engage in every extracurricular activity possible and be elected president of all of them. I've watched kids struggle and fight to make it through that one class, and it still wouldn't be enough. I've put in my fair share of schoolwork, but mostly I got lucky. I was put in the exact place at the exact time, and certain things happened to line up to my advantage. I can't speak for the other 5 honor grads, but I wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't a little bit spoiled. And I think a real, effective speech should be written by someone who's not. A girl asked me once if she should take AP Physics or not, and her concern was that it would bring down her GPA because she said she was trying to go for top 6. And I think about that a lot. Top 6 isn't a goal. It's not a benchmark. It's a nice recognition, but how far does that take you? If you can reach it by not challenging yourself in every way possible and taking a few shortcuts, how much is that worth? Take a hard class, because what you learn in that class is worth so much more than a number at the end of the year. Success will never be measured by a number. Not by your GPA, not by your weight, not by your salary. Recognize the progress you make on an individual level, because anything above that is out of your control. Do everything you can do, even when you know it won't be enough, because what you do for yourself lasts so much longer than what you do for an acknowledgement. Tell your own story, not someone else's. Thank you and congratulations. To invite Mr. Paul Bennis to this podium.
Thank you, Anna. It's a little intimidating going after the top 6 here. If you look in your program, it says Ford Elliott. I never heard him called Ford. Everyone I know called him Chip. He retired a few years ago. Chip couldn't be here this evening. Chip was a dedicated teacher, dedicated football coach. He was also an Army veteran. So they asked me if I'd fill in. And what I'm going to be doing is recognizing our graduates who are going into the military. When I call your name, please stand up and remain standing. Matthew DeFalcon, Air Force. Jonathan Gwald, Air Force. Scott Speckman, Air Force. Anthony Van Dunk, Air Force. Kevin Poppy, Army. Christopher Perez Garcia, Marine Corps. Brianna Atherley, Navy. Kyrie Brinson, Navy. Anybody who's in the stands who served, please stand at this time. For those of you who served, for those of you about to, thank you.
behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to thank our families, friends, and teachers. High school can be a confusing and scary time in anyone's life. And as we move forward to a new chapter, we know that we will never be alone, just as we weren't these past 4 years. Thank you for being the guiding light that we can always count on for help and hope. We are forever grateful.
Someone will come running.
Thank you for that wonderful piece. Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Connor, Assistant Superintendent Carter, Assistant Superintendent Lynch, fellow administrators, honored guests, parents, members of the faculty, family members, friends, and seniors. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you this evening to pay tribute to the members of the graduating class of 2019. I have had the privilege and the distinct honor to serve as their high school principal this year. As I attempt to reflect on the experience, I find myself in awe of this year's senior class. This class of young adults has distinguished itself as the finest group of students that I have encountered in my 40-plus years in education. Let's face it, it's not easy to have a new principal enter the scene in your senior year. And yet, this class never skipped a beat. They were very welcoming, polite, and courteous to me from the very beginning, and I want to personally and publicly thank them. I am most impressed with their leadership in the high school, their countless hours of community service, their athleticism, their drama, musical, and artistic talent, their overwhelming involvement in the many clubs and extracurricular activities that we have in the high school, certainly their academic achievement, and their social awareness. They possess a passion for life that is undeniable. They are energetic, enthusiastic, upbeat, and personable, and the high school atmosphere reflects the culture that they have created. You know, it's amazing how quickly time passes. Think back to that very first day of kindergarten and picture, if you will, that day, 13 years ago. I'm sure there was angst, anxiety, fear, and trepidation on the part of your parents as well as you. There were probably lots of smiles, posing for those once-in-a-lifetime photo, and I'm certain also some tears. You were entering the unknown of school and quite unsure of your readiness to leave the comfort of home, but you did it. These memories probably seem like it was just yesterday, and here you are today, graduating from high school. You are again at that juncture in life where you're about to leave that comfort zone, whether you're going to college, joining the military, or entering the workforce. Remember, you've done it before, and you can do it again. Time continues to fly while you grow and learn how to find your niche in society. There will be challenging times throughout your life, and there are no guarantees. It simply boils down to meeting the challenges head on and maintaining a positive attitude and outlook on life. The reality is, life is a series of choices. Choose wisely, and always remember, you are not alone. Your family and friends are there for you. Lean on them for love, support, guidance, and direction as you navigate the complexities of life. Although we are celebrating your academic achievement today, realize that you did not arrive here by yourself. There were many people who contributed to making you the person that you are today. Additionally, there was probably one individual that inspired you the most to persevere through this journey. It could be a parent, a brother or sister, an aunt or uncle, a grandparent, a teacher, a coach, a mentor, but someone who stands out in your mind. Be sure to seek that person out and tell them how special they are and how they made a significant impact on your life. Believe me, they need to know. Take what you have learned from them and pay it forward by providing inspiration and support for someone else. In the words of Ronald Reagan, we can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. In closing, I would like to thank you for giving me one of the most memorable years of my life. As a very proud graduate of Goshen High School, I wish you all health, happiness, and success throughout your lifetime. Be cognizant of the fact that every single day is precious. Make the most of your opportunities and be passionate about your future endeavors. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dan Connor.
Good evening, everyone. Members of the Board of Education, after consulting with Principal Thomas Heintzelman and with the authority vested in me by the New York State Board of Regents, I hereby certify that these special young men and women seated before us this evening have successfully completed all the rigorous local and state academic requirements and are now eligible to receive their diplomas as graduates of Goshen High School. Class of 2019, congratulations.
Now I would like to welcome Mr. Kyle Roddy, Assistant Principal, Mr. Matthew O'Brien, Assistant Principal, to the dais, along with class advisors Catherine Gonzalez, Eric Harris, and Robert Karshow. Class advisors will complete their last official act by assisting with the conference of diplomas.
Graduates, when you hear your name, please come forward. Anna Bosey. Connor Thomas McDermott. Jade Taylor Bowe. Catherine Suzanne Kremen. Olivia Reese Klugman. Maggie Lillian Calzaretta. Magdalene K. Larson. Rachel Shee. Noemi Burgos. Jana Frankie Solano. Suzanne Ann Griffin. Ann Griffin. Adriana Marie Esposito. Colleen T. Politoski. Sky Batiste Alexander. Kirsten Marie Worth. Andrea Joy Cosgrove. Nicole Elizabeth Valencia. Morgan Nicole Cepeda. Avery Lynn Weinstein. Faith Marie Gatto. Caitlin A. Matthews. Dalia Maria Romero Cazares. Dahlia. Carolina Cruz Daza. Jillian Jerace. Skylar Stiskin. Gillette Alexa Nazarino. Valerie Ann Villegas. Allison C. Forrest. Sidi Balamurali. Brooke D. Goodman. Skylar E. Miller. Colleen McBride Smith. Sophia Marie Tourette. Devin A. Castro. Devin is being joined by his brother Dylan, who currently serves in the United States Air Force. Please welcome Devin. Anthony J. Praza, Jr. John F. Courtney. Dominic A. Citroniti, Jr. Eduardo Z. Galvez Lazaro. Jonathan Alejo Lopez. Kenneth Jacob Kahn. Ramon Antonio Rodriguez. Scott Speckman. Connor Fry. Christian Michael Ortiz. Owen C. Smythe. Salvatos Chalana. Cosmo J. Lacosta III. Charles Edward Krieger. Michael Ryan Aglione. Tyler James Smith. Seth P. Bally. Spencer J. Doyle. Nicholas D. Pinetto. Ryan Michael Pinto. Kyle C. Kane. Brendan Carl Ingber. Matthew R. Lewis. Rowan Moses Westfall. Victoria Grace Kremen. Melina R. Anderson. Rebecca Ann Andrews. Jessica Rose Pioche. Amanda Jean Kowalczyk. Leanna Bell Kennedy. Alina Jacob. Megan Irene Slazinski. Grace Margaret Clark. Megan Rose Alsbach. Stephanie Eris Speed. Erica Danielle Fuentes. Victoria Rosalie Coruna. Brittany Angelique Ramirez. Karina Chabra. Troy L. Howell. Krista Rain Dykeman. Margarita Marzovia. Kayana Mercedes Irby. Devora S. Strangeways. Liav Ben-Dor. Samantha B. Gatto. Emma Rose Bunzy. Shenmei Zhao. Connell James McGill. Anthony Giorgio Van Dunk. Matthew J. Randazzo. Jimmy Ray DeLeon. Kane C. Eden. Matthew DeFalcon. Frank J. Fay. Arman Singh. Kyrie L. Brinson Jr. Jared M. Castle. Diploma given by Board of Education Vice President Jeremy Castle, his father. Drew Michael Braggio. Matthew P. Lopez. Zachary Edward Foley. Cameron Lewis Perez. Maximus Paul Suarez. Dylan C. Tierney. Robert Vincent Syracuse. Diploma given by his father, Bob Syracuse. James M. McGovern, Jr. Christopher McClory. Christopher Perez Garcia. Nelson Colon, Jr. Jack Thomas Darty. Christopher J. Coyle. Now I'd like to introduce our Director of Athletics and Assistant Principal, Mr. O'Brien.
Katie, Grace, Karen. Skylar, Ann Mikulski. Christine F. Karen. Amanda Ann Lombardi. Emma G. Smith. Vanessa Burden Balcazar. Natalie Palma Aguilar. Carly Renee Sullivan. Vanessa Lynn Keeley. Diana Munoz. Aminata N. Fofana. Mia Deserto. Nicole Denise Merchant. Kayla May Pucci. Lauren Ann Johnson. Amanda Catherine Constantinidis. Angelina Rose Chiaffo. Kayani L. Brinson. Angelina C. Soberall. Madison Jean Lewis. Jade Rose Romer. Angelina Christina Aruz. Lexi M. Lamberti. Dominique Nicole Carr. Isabella A. Rodriguez. Adam James Maroney. Kevin Paul Poppy. Thomas Michael Stevens. John Robert Shannon. Anthony James Coletti. John R. Jackson. Jake Alexander Kunis. Domingo J. Vasquez. Diploma being presented by board member Michael Lorenzo, Zachary Rudy Lorenzo. Justin Alonzo Truex. Eric J. Romero. Shane Richard Fitzpatrick. Sean P. Kenzel. Cameron A. Teeple. Samuel L. Meyer. Brandon Leoncio Morales. Axel Luva Sosa. Jared Ebert. Michael Frederick Provincial. William Peter Davis. Adam Joseph La Lima Jr. Cooper Drummond. Endrit Korcha. Catherine E. Lorca. Carrie Ann Camarada. Leah Ann Levy. Victoria Lynn Romer. Kathy Luz Siberio. Amy Chavez. Ava Grace Donardo. Elizabeth Ann Ross. Samantha Rachel Pahucki. Mia Govea. Noel Larson Fusco. Maya S. Avery. Mia Rose LaRocca Miñeco. Caitlin Nora Bernhardt. Ada Ariel Lara. Roslene Carr. Jessica Cerna. Emily Deserto. Julissa Baez Sanchez. Isabella Celestina Fundaro. Olivia Rose Vuksanovich. Caitlin Marie Wierzbicki. Meredith Rose Lutz. Samantha Natalina Lombardo. Madison Ray Montgomery. Jaden Alexander Semaraji. Stephen Clark Sirks. Jordan Weaver. Thomas Patrick Colgan. Domenico Pasquini. Brandon Alex Auerbach. Sean Daniel Muller. Bram Feldkamp. Jonathan Ainsel Grold. Alex Joseph Kowalczyk. Owen D. Curtin. Noah R. Labarge. Austin K. Joshnik. Victor Amadi. Josue Polanco. Joseph A. Guido. John J. Kelly. Nico Peter McPhee. Brendan R. Ronzoni. Marcus Aurelius Roman. Louis John Troiano II. Michael A. Doherty. Michael P. Miller. Ryan J. Atkins. Kevin Patrick Messina. Maya Kiara Rattray. Kenda Sora Rambaran. Mary Claire Dawson. Michaela Reed. Danielle Rose Dahowski. Alexis Gilligan. Elena Marie Malinchek. Courtney Christine Maxwell. Alexa Ann Stack. Kayla Lynn Kearns. Emily R. Hansen. Dominique Catherine Bailey. Ashley Rose Rivera. Katrina Ann Imperio. Sequoia Monet Hilton. Audrey L. Sheets. Kendra Lane Godson. Jillian Marie Dendanto. Faith Ashley Faber. Hannah Pena. Hannah M. Taylor. Nicole Maya Kleiniger. Neve Marie Madigan. Aiden Marie Ray. And Bryn Maureen Masker.
Oh, wait a second. Pretty sure I see Dan. Oh. Wait, is that April? No, I can't. All the way up there. Oh, there is? Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and distinct privilege to present to you the 127th graduating class of Goshen High School, the class of 2019.